Right, so let's see what we got this time. We lost our scout in the E territory over there. I ran into some fighters. Yeah, they were sitting on a war point and we came through. Let's see what he has. APBs, emissive armor, small armor. Oh, they're different size. No, they're both 1 kiloton. Why do you mix emissive and small armor? I thought the restriction was gone. And a shield and combat sensors. One more emissive armor and one supply. Okay. Yep, that's fighters. Then let us see what else we got. We found many rich asteroids in the nearby deposit fields. Thank you for piloting your frigate, so it is safe for both. My current ship will be transited to the warp point this turn. Your maps didn't come through. I don't know. I didn't see them transfer either of these two systems that we gifted him. We'll explore Bantha in due course, even though there's no planets on it. Yeah. It's the nebula over there. He, of course, never gave me any maps. Please ally yourselves with us. Oh, he's offering trade. I thought he was going to offer non-aggression for something, but no, he's offering trade. I'm inclined to agree to the trade. Oh yes, let's send him a message later. The Eee Consortium does possess advanced knowledge of the entire quadrant. The species we have encountered in the northern systems has at times displayed hostile intentions to their neighbors. It is concerning. He's talking about the Gurak, I presume, which I also told to him about. Let me send that message to the Zorn. And I sent a cheeky message to the Slurpee Raiders here. I was asking him to help out with my cultural studies, right? Yeah, we built some drones, built some facilities. Oh, due to mass amnesia, the experienced crew of the warship we had down there, the Zorn front, was reassigned. Well, they couldn't have gotten much in the way of experience anyway, so it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Ships just accumulate, what is it, 25 XP or something every turn. They are alive. More if they fight and more if they're sitting up above a training facility. It gives you some, I believe, 12% offense and defense bonus additive. So they have an impact, but it's typically not big. Okay, what do we have here? We have that scout drone we want to put into space. Here's this Topaz 2 destroyer here. Let's see, did he build anything more in this world here? Yeah, 5th weapon platform. Had these Bowman platforms before, which have 3 CSMs, level 6 CSMs, and APB, and ECM and combat sensors. And this Banshee. Yeah, has a lot more point defense. He's definitely adapting to my plasma missiles. Let me guess. Oh, look at this. 3 more point defense cannons. He's adapting to my plasma missiles. Although it looks like he refitted this ship and then didn't repair it. Okay. Let's see. This must have been where our ship died. It ran into the fighters. Is this where the E-homeworld is, perhaps? Yes, this is where the E-homeworld is. It's a carbon dioxide gas giant. Pretty sure carbon dioxide. Yep. That's where they live. Then we discovered the system in between these two systems here. Small, huge, large, and that's a star. None of them breathers. So this system is not very interesting at all. So you should go ahead and claim one of these planets. You are going to go farther. You are not colonized. You're not cloaked, so we don't need to decloak you, and you can just go grab that planet. Yeah, you have some spare movement. Let's have you explore a little bit more of the system. Just uncover a few more hexes. Okay, well, you don't need to go that far. You need to be going here. So you uncover the edge of the system. The load or pop order can go away. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we still have 4 movement left over. Just send it there, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 to colonize. Good. Uncover some more hexes up that way. Oh, we'll actually leave 1 hex undiscovered over there. But we will live with it, I guess. We will survive. Even if there's a juicy asteroid field hidden there or something. Okay, other ships that need orders. Okay, all the other ships that need orders are all down here. Good. We have a colonizer rock. Do we have any colonizers? Yes, we had a colonizer rock going for this breather down here. The other planets in the systems are not breathers, but we could still grab them just to get more yards or more queues, not even yards, building drones. But I think colonizing this breather here is more obvious a choice. Less suspicious and definitely better in the long run. Okay, research we already talked about, or we already looked at. Nothing new there. Let's look at new colonies. Difter system. Oh, carbon dioxide. Yes, we can commit some genocide on our own population and undome this. And this will be a research compound. Just chuck it full of research facilities. Call it a day. Otherwise, I guess you can queue up 200 of these secret police troops that we talked about. Oh, didn't queue them. No, it queued them. Just to get that happiness up after they're done. Okay. And that planet over here is also a breather, carbon dioxide. Is a homeworld building something for that? Yes, yes, it most definitely is. So it's still going to be busy for a couple turns. When we're going to launch some drones from you individually. Launch one of those illuminators. And then, well, more combat drones are going to take forever with the slow build rate. What's our ally look like? Does he have anything happening in our systems? Claim this. Claim all this. Well, nothing in this system for him to claim. Almost here and is spreading here. There's a Guvak drone here. Don't have scanners on it. Might be a scout, might be trying to attack him, I don't know. We dealt with the colonizers that were going here. There was one more war point here, yes. I think this Tengebrai system I want to claim as a fleet, possibly a construction base. And yeah, it doesn't look like anybody has claimed anything here yet. All these juicy ass planets are not colonized yet. I guess we didn't see this one or this one yet, but I doubt that there are gonna be ones that people will want to colonize first when there's juicier ones to be had. Okay. You still had orders. You are going to be sitting right there and scanning whatever he has. You had your crew reassigned, which doesn't matter whatsoever. You can just go sit in that asteroid. No, wait, you're already sitting in a cloaking asteroid belt. Level 4, just barely enough. And this one is level 9. There's a vaguely relevant command modifier. Thing is, I can just have you sit here. I'm gonna put you on move where you're currently at and repeat, because if you just hit Y for sentry, because there's neutral aliens with whom we don't have a treaty in the system, it'll just remove the sentry out every turn. So I'm just going to give it the move order to stay where it's at indefinitely in that asteroid belt. Remain there cloaked, and hopefully he doesn't know that he's there. Colonizer can go do his colonizing things. Okay. We had more colonizers coming. You already had a job to colonize this system. That's fine. You have a job to go here. After one turn, you're gonna go there and there, and you're gonna be dragged there, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Might just be 8 movement, whatever, it's fine. So you can say what you want then. You are supposed to colonize that. You have some spare movement. Guess we could try and use you to uncover some hexes here. Not enough movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's not enough movement. Oh. Do it that way. Overall pop gets removed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 to colonize. Good. Then we have the two biggest breathers here settled as well. There's still a medium and a tiny with carbon dioxide atmospheres. And although we do have the atmosphere converter, I would want to invade at least 1 or 2 of these worlds of his with the methane breathers, just so we don't need as many of the atmosphere converters. So one of the things I'm going to want to do in the first wave of the invasion is going to be building actual troops in a troop transport. Where's our stuff building here? You were building drones. We're all building drones in this system. Another 2 turns. And we're going to launch them, collect them together, and send them down here. For you building, you are going to build a gas establisher for this breather. I guess these 2 are breathers as well. Another colonizer coming here for ice. Looks like we already gave this one a job as well. Oh yeah, it's supposed to go farther. Explore more. It's gas colonizers down there. You were still establishing yourself, so building that space yard. Okay. We have some yards up here we can use. Let's make a design for a invasion ship, for a troop transport. Well, what hull do we want to put us on? Freighter? Just a regular S combat ship? Freighters have more space, but they are slower in combat. It doesn't tell you this in this one, but they have minus 25% combat speed. Normally you can make like, say 9 speed freighters, and they will actually move at 75% of that within the combat, whereas regular combat ships will move at the normal speed. So let's make a regular combat ship. Sail there. Contra-terrain engines 1. I'm gonna consult my chart off screen real quick to see would contra-terrain engines level 1 give us faster destroyers? Would make them a little bit more expensive, a notable bump. But if I can squeeze 1 more point of speed out of there, it might be worth it. Balance march 1.25 plus movement per engine. Destroyers, oh no, of course not. Because contra-terrain ones are the same speed as Ions 4. So let's just put Ions in. I'm gonna put these all in the back of the ship. 6 engines, because it'll be facing the planet with the front. Actually, since it will do that, let's put some of the crew quarters and life support in front too. put the bridge further back. You can put as many of the crew quarters and life support units in the outer hull, or you can have as many of them destroyed as you want, as long as there's still one remaining. You need to have any crew remaining for a ship to be functioning at full efficiency in battle or out of battle. So you technically only need one crew quarter and one life support for our ship to be operational. All the rest is just bloat that is needed for the ship to be built, but doesn't actually need to be operational. So you can just use them as expensive 5 kilotons of armor. Good, you're going to want ECM for sure. You are most likely going to want a combat sensor for your point defense. A scanner jammer won't be the worst of ideas, especially for the first time that ship gets encountered. And then we want some defenses on here. I shouldn't put too many PD guns and such on there, just send some drones to accompany it with PD whip missiles and such. Actually, we might be able to just forego the combat sensor entirely. Two bombers in here. Because they're seekers, they don't need the overhead of the combat sensor. Now we need cargo space. How many troops do we want? We are getting 200, 120 kilotons of cargo space per cargo bay because we have the 20% bonus. A troop is how big was it? 10 kilotons, I believe, the small ones. This would mean 24 troops. Let's put at least a few more now. At 48. Then we have a nice amount of troops. We have some protection on our ship. It's moving fast enough. It even has a scanner jammer. But now we have absolutely zero tonnage left. Well, we have 5 kilos of tonnage left for armor. Which, needless to say, is not enough. We want this thing to tank. So I guess we need to cut down on this. We need to cut down on the point defense entirely, I guess. And no, I guess we don't need to cut down on both. Let's leave the cargo space in and outsource all the point defense and just put as much HP on this thing as we can. Should we use emissive armor? Emissive armor is 5 HP per kiloton used. That is 6 HP per kiloton used. It's not that much more. The emissive armor has that weapons reduction, which might be impactful against fighters. Not that I've seen a specific enemy we're trying to invade use fighters. There's also shield generators, which give us 200 points, plus the 30 kilotons from the component itself that will have to get destroyed at some point. So it's 230. Divided by 30, it's 7.6 HP per kiloton. That actually makes them a better proposition than that armor. Just HP per tonnage wise. Okay, let's put in one shield generator. Put that in front. Put the jammer somewhere. On the side, I guess. And then we can put in some remaining armor. Oh, that's too much. I want to put an emissive plate in here. That's 10 kilotons. There you go. Then you have 50, 80, 280, I guess 310, plus maybe 20 more if you want to count these as buffer tonnage HP before anything else gets hit. Which is not that much, it's like 2 missiles. Early game ships, small ships are not that strong. Alright, let's give this thing a nice name. What do we call you? Let's call you a phenomenon or something, or a Pactianus. Sure, that sounds Romulan enough. Maybe it sounds more Roman than Romulan, but hey. Capture planet. Design type. Transport troop. There you go. And to accompany this, we are going to want to stack a little bit of point defense and regular missiles. So I guess just escorting this with our Pious drones would work just fine. They can shoot at everything that needs to be point defended against, and they have missiles to shoot at any ships that might be in the way. The only thing we might want to do is build a separate task group first of regular drones with the disarm planet orders, and then invade later after the planet has been disarmed. Or just invade something with 1 or 2 weapons platforms on it. Okay. Now what remains is we had 480 kilotons of space, yes. Each troop is 10 kilotons. I'm gonna be using these, obviously. Actually, isn't anything upgraded we can put on them? But I still want to update the design. Shouldn't be any in construction. Hit the button anyway because it's good practice. Because I want these to be newer. See, the date is now 2403.1. Whereas the secret police is now a couple turns old. Because if you get invaded, the militia troops that will spawn are always the newest design. I don't know what happens if you have multiple troop designs that have the same date, but it will always use the newest one, which can be whatever size. And obviously I wanted to use troops that can actually shoot back, not just empty troops that are scarecrows to impress my population. Okay, let's 24. Let's try and queue something up first. We had some of these police troops queued there. Actually, how long will this ship take to build? Oh, not that long. Barely 1,000 kilotons. And how long would the troops take to build? Longer. 48 troops would take this much time. 480 kilotons for cargo based. We don't have any colonies on the way yet, which we can use to build that pop. Maybe, well, maybe if we colonize this or this, but I don't want to build the troops to invade him within his sensor range. So I guess let's remain like this. Let's put this. Let's put these troops down at the bottom. And I guess let's also delay this colonizer. Not sure if I should go to war with him that early because, well, I don't have that much, I won't have that many combat drones in place yet, but then again, neither will my enemy. Won't have had the time to prepare. Okay, combat drones, something we can queue up here. This planet is going to be building research centers forever. This planet is going to be free. What we can of course do is just build the troop ship here and build the troops here. That would accelerate our timetable a little bit further. And then we can, in our home system, build even more drones. Actually, we wanted to accompany our ship with some point defense drones. We're gonna need to build those as well. Yeah, that'll be fine. Just build some Pious drones there. Can we contribute here with anything? Yeah, we also wanted to have the research centers. We need the mineral mines, not strictly, but we're going to be ramping up our consumption relatively soon with all these with all these queues consuming and even more planets being settled. Anything able to contribute down here? We're all still busy. You can contribute a couple drones in a bit. We don't need that secret police out very soon. You're going to be available soonish. Let's put Neros. You're going to have time soon. What about you? Not you. You are going to have time soon. Okay. We're going to keep an eye on whenever these are done to launch these and move them. You holds the building. Good. You are busy. We already talked about you, and I don't think we have that many more planets. Certainly nothing forgotten. If anything, our homeworld had some spare capacity here. Oh, you know what? Let's use our homeworld to queue up the second batch of escorts for our troop ship. And we can just have 6 of these Pios escorts escorting it, like 3 on one side, 3 on the other. Like two drone groups of 3 drones each. That'll be fine. Good. Okay, I think we're done with the turn orders as far as it goes. I've talked with my ally between turns, and his economy is largely fine by now. Can still give him a couple more minerals, but he's going to be able to take care of his own demands quite soon. Send that gift. I am going to accept the offer of trade that the Zorn Collective sent me, although I am likely going to be breaking on the treaty with him since he's my only avenue of expansion. The Romulan Star Empire signs a proposed agreement for the exchange of wares and services. Accept treaty proposal. Okay, and then between turns, we discovered something, or rather, my ally poked me about that in outgame chat. Comparisons, graphs, tech levels has a little surprise for us. Since a turn or two ago, some of our opponents here, specifically the Eee Consortium, the Consortium, the Slurpee Raiders, and the Gurak Ascendancy appear to be tech sharing. Because you can see how both these two guys' tech levels are rising. The Gurak Ascendancy tech levels have risen a little bit earlier, a turn earlier, which I'm not entirely sure of why that is. But it might just be that they've gifted him technology before it got transferred normally. But these 3 guys appear to be allying together at more or less the same time. So I am only assuming that there is a block forming against us, because it has definitely been noticed that Mystics and my technology has risen to the same level as well. So now we have 7 players in this game. Now we have Mystic and me. There's this new block of 3, which means that the Kantara Imperium over here, I'm blinking here, and the Zorn Collective are still the only unaligned people in this quadrant at this time, if I'm reading this correctly. Now, obviously trying to invade the Zorn Collective, and the Kantara Imperium is the only guy that's left. I don't really know where he is, but I do know the player, and they tend to play quite defensively. So I'm not sure we necessarily want to ally with him, but we should definitely get trade going with him. Although I'm not sure about a promise to defend. Okay, look at scores. Everybody is totally and absolutely scared of Mystic and me, because our scores are just way and far ahead of everybody else. We have way more resources than everybody else. I've speculated in previous turns about why that is. Them being more defensive early on, being forced into early contact and conflict. Mystic just having that boom strategy with the space yards, me having the boom strategy, just building colonizers after 2 scouts and then nothing else for 20 turns or so. Everybody else seemed to have been a little bit more conservative. Although I intentionally chose this strategy because we have a medium map with not all that many people, so I figured there wouldn't be anybody in my immediate neighborhood. And I was right in that. I had 2 systems before the homeworld of my next neighbor. Okay, I've rambled on for long enough. Let's finish this up. Let's accept the trade. No, we already accepted the trade. We didn't need to answer any more communications, right? It was just general communication. That was also more or less a general communication since he turned down my offer of trading anything. Yep, that's it then. See you next time.